The story is purely a work of fiction. Any resemblance to any incident, person, or place is absolutely unintentional and coincidental.
Welcome to the final part of our audio story Back to the Roots. On return from his office, Mr. Anand inquired after her health. He was as concerned about her health as the rest of his family, but because of his busy schedule, he could not see her at the hospital. He proposed that she should rest there for a few days for a speedy recovery of her health. She did not know what to say. She already started feeling like home as she used to have with Lance, Susanna, and Efina. She was a little confused as to what to do. These people were, on the other hand, somehow strangers, but in her time of need, they stood by her, supported her, and finally gave her shelter. That was invaluable. However, as a mark of gratitude, she agreed to stay there. When she reached upstairs, she found it very peculiar. At the ground floor, there were three rooms, a kitchen, gym, and a washroom. But on the top floor, there was only one hall, and everywhere else there were bookshelves, books, placards, newspapers, notes, sticky notes, posters, and so on. But nothing at all related to sports. She herself was very studious, so was Efina, but they were not even close to this fellow. Yes, this must be a bookworm. Leah also did not understand how the only child of a sports coach couple had no affinity to sports whatsoever and had so much affinity to studies. However, he was what he was. It was his own world of utopia. Leah was given a room and some clothes. One serious problem she faced here in this house was food. Her food habits differ from these people way too much. But considering the care they gave her, she tried to adjust with whatever was available to her. These people were predominantly vegetarian. The usual practice with Aryan was that he had to be called at least 10 times for lunch or dinner. But since Leah had come here, he comes in at one call and almost invariably inquires after Leah. What is more surprising, on many occasions he is seen at the ground floor gossiping with her. These were very new and unusual with him. Mr. Anand's career maintained a steady progress. From being a coach, he became the head coach, then the manager of the club, and finally he went on to join the board of directors of the club. This kept him very busy at the office. And because Aryan kept himself locked upstairs, Karuna at times felt very lonely. However, she was relieved getting someone like Leah to talk to. Leah felt she was recovering sooner than it was usual because of the care and warmth of their family. It was almost like what she had in the Latin Americas. Lance, Susanna, Efina, and her. But at the back of her mind, it also pained her that they were not relatives, and these happy moments will soon part with her. Soon she will have to leave them. One day, Karuna started talking about her past life, her sports career, how she joined the club as a coach, the love and respect she got there, how she married Mr. Anand, about the birth of Aryan, about Jia's marriage and death of senior Anand, her quitting the job, and about Aryan's childhood. However, there were no mention of Kumari Bhadra, Indu Mambo, or her baby. Leah also recapitulated about life in Africa with Lance, Susanna, Efina. They are moving to Latin America their joining the Red Cross, subsequently becoming doctors, the massacre in which Lance and Susanna died, how she came to India from Vietnam. They felt the affection of an undefinable kinship. Both were in tears. It appeared to Karuna much earlier, and now it was confirmed that Leah was pretty much similar to her. She had seen the struggle for existence. She was high-spirited, honest, and good-hearted. She remembered how the senior Mrs. Anand had proposed and convinced her to marry Anand. Was it impossible with Aryan? He too seemed fond of her. She considered it very much possible. One Sunday afternoon, during a walk, Karuna disclosed the idea before Mr. Anand. Anand remembered in a flash how their marriage took place. He found it very much possible if Leah agreed to it, and he entrusted the whole responsibility on Karuna. He wanted it exactly the way senior Mrs. Anand managed it. Karuna knew Aryan liked Leah, but maybe he did not realize whether it was infatuation or something beyond it. 2 days later, when both Anand and Aryan were out, she asked Leah whether she liked Aryan and whether or not she would like to marry him. This was unexpected. She liked them very much, but the proposal of marriage was beyond imagination. She did not know what to say or how to decide on it. She made a trunk call to Efina seeking her opinion. She was glad to know whatever has happened to her in India except that accident.
Me encantaría verte casada. Si te gusta el chico o su familia, deberías pensar en casarte.
Karuna did not want to embarrass her by repeating her proposal. She behaved with her normally. One day, Leah was helping Karuna in arranging her old almirah. While dusting some old diaries, books and other articles, she found an old album. She thought it might include Aryan's pictures. She became inquisitive about how Aryan might have looked in his childhood. But it was about Karuna's childhood. Scrolling through that, she discovered several pictures of Karuna and Mambo, Indu and Kumari Bhadra. She was astonished to see Indu and Mambo, her parents, with Karuna. Very excitedly, she asked her how they were related to her. Karuna very sadly replied that she was her own sibling sister and Mambo loved her and she and Mambo had a girl child. And that Mambo destroyed her sports career and Indu and Mambo took away her baby. Karuna saw Leah was in tears. She was trembling as if she was filled with emotions that were beyond words or expressions. Karuna very affectionately patted her. She misinterpreted Leah's mental state. She thought she was feeling sad for her. But now Leah burst into tears and frantically embraced her. Tears turned into sobs and a long silence followed. Leah then called Karuna as mother. Karuna could not interpret. Leah then said her first 11 years of life was spent with those people as being her parents, and now it was evident that Leah was Karuna's biological child and therefore Aryan and Leah were siblings. There were more than one cause to be happy and sad about, and the diaspora has found her roots.